No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds to be. Love is the chain to lock a child to its parent. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. A farce or comedy is best played. A tragedy is best read at home. He has a right to criticize who has a heart to help. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Perhaps a man's character was like a tree and his reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is like the real thing. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. And in the end, it is not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. If I am killed, I can die but once. But to live in constant dread of it is to die over and over again. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Adhere to your purpose, and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. On the contrary, if you falter and give up, you will lose the power of keeping any resolution and will regret it all your life. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. I have a congenital aversion to failure. I happen temporarily to occupy this big White House. I am a living witness that any one of your children may look to come here as my father's child has. The best way to predict your future is to create it. This is a world of compensations, and he who would be no slave must consent to have no slave. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under a just God cannot long retain it. The one victory we can ever call complete will be that one which proclaims that there is not one slave or drunkard on the face of God's green earth. The will of God prevails. In great contest, each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. Both may be, and one must be wrong. God cannot be for and against the same thing at the same time. In the present civil war, it is quite possible that God's purpose is something different from the purpose of either party, and yet the human instrumentalities working just as they do are of the best adaptation to effect His purpose. No man is poor who has a godly mother. A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. I do not expect the union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become all one thing or all the other. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope of earth. What is conservatism? Is it not adherence to the old and tried against the new and untried? When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Surely God would not have created such a being as man, with an ability to grasp the infinite, to exist only for a day. No, no. Man was made for immortality. I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. The demon of intemperance ever seems to have delighted in sucking the blood of genius and of generosity.